I don't get these type of commenters who do not pay attention to the channel or the person they're talking to. It's so weird. Okay, so I make a video basically explaining why I think it's okay for black men to interracially date. And this kind of goes into another part of what I want to talk about in another video, but I specifically explain why it's not good for black men to go with black women and actually choose one of their open options, basically. So basically, you can basically find that most of the women that are available to black men are most likely not black women. So my perspective is that black men should go with whoever is the best option for them, not specifically on race. I think that for black men, and I think that for black women, I think black women should go with the best option for themselves. And that's most likely outside of their race. You see, most black people are attracted to people outside of their race, not within their race. I mentioned in that video that, between black men and black women, there is a higher rate of black women dying at the hands of black men at a 5 to 6 hour basis. And I pointed this out, and I guess this guy got sensitive because I was saying that, it seems that with black women and black men, because it's such a small population and you're just choosing among 13% of the population, you're not going to find as many matches within 13% of the population as opposed to 100%. So you'll have more conflict because you're relegated to a small percentage of the population based off of race. We don't live in the 1800s or the early 1900s anymore. So we don't really have to be relegated to our own race anymore because anti-miscegenation laws are no longer in effect, So it behooves black people, black men, black women to basically choose the best person for themselves, which is most likely outside of their race, not within their race. So this guy got mad at me because I pointed out that yes, there's more likelihood of violence and black women dying from the hands of black men. I didn't even call them killers in that video. But that was implied, I understand. But the thing was, just because I said that, it's like these type of commenters act like I'm not supposed to acknowledge statistics that are actually real. They act like I'm supposed to be coddling them or something. This is not a channel where I coddle black men. I don't coddle black men. I don't sugarcoat it. I don't do those things. I just don't attack you. Okay? There's a difference with not attacking you and not going out of my way to basically talk poorly about you guys, but it's another thing to try and basically boost you up and lie about statistics, not talk about statistics simply because it makes you feel badly. There's a difference. I will acknowledge what is true. And this goes for black women too. I'm not one to sugarcoat things over there either. This is why it's weird. This guy brought this up. You didn't even look at my channel to know that I've actually addressed this specific statement. I've addressed it when I talked about Cynthia G, when I've talked about, for example, I'm Nobody Jane, a few other people. and a few other situations where I address the whole situation with abortions and how that messes with the mindset of some women. And since a lot of the population of people who get abortions are black women, of course, that's going to mess with a lot of different black women who choose that route, you know. So I've said that plenty of times. And I've said that plenty of people, male and female, who are born and raised from people like that are going to not be raised with the best type of mother, basically, because obviously that mother sees them as expendable, They don't actually feel a true maternal instinct towards their children when they feel that they could, at any point, even since the beginning of their conception, do away with them. So, I mean, that's my perspective on that. With that in mind, that doesn't change what I just said about the whole situation with black women and black men, and how black men and black women should utilize all their options when it comes to finding the right partner. And they shouldn't just relegate themselves to just within their race. It doesn't benefit them. So, talking about killers and talking about black mothers, I've never said anything that would imply that I don't agree with that. But that doesn't change that black men are grown adults and they have to either deal with how they grew up or not deal with it and live in captivity for the rest of their lives, or hopefully be put down by the state. Because I am a big supporter of the death penalty. And people who kill, in my opinion, should deserve the death penalty, no matter what, And this is across races. That's just how I see it. I'm a very conservative woman. So for me, that's how I see it. So to me, yeah, I just kind of feel like with these gender wars, it's often the case where you guys expect me to be boosting up in line about the black woman or boosting up in line about the black man. And you guys always get mad when you hear just one thing about a situation that is actually a fact that doesn't make you feel so comfortable. Well, why don't you ask yourself why you're not comfortable with that fact and try and fix that part of you that's uncomfortable with the truth? Why not try and fix the truth so that no longer a truth? Why not focus on the people who are making that a truth, making that a fact, making that a stat? That's what you should be focused on, instead of getting mad at the messenger for acknowledging the truth. On this channel, what I do is I don't avoid the facts and the truth, and if it pertains to what I'm talking about, I'm going to add it into what I'm talking about. Whether that's bad about black women, bad about black men, I don't care. I just tell the facts and the truth. This is why both sides of you, the black manosphere and the black woman sphere, doesn't like that I am very truthful, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it for either of you. That's just not my perspective. If I did that, what's the point of doing a video? If it's just supposed to be made in a certain angle to basically prove a point that's not even proven because you left out facts and truths that actually were important and pertinent to the situation. This is why I don't leave anything out. And that's why you're bothered, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. So that's all I'm saying here is I'm just not one to do that. I know it made you unhappy that I mentioned a stat that's completely true and is something I didn't make true. It's just a stat that is, you know? You shouldn't be mad at anyone but the people who made that a stat, for black women who are dying at 5 to 6 hours because of a black man, usually. So, that's all I have to say in this video about that. I'm going to be done. Thanks for watching, and have a great day, guys. Like and subscribe, and I guess I'm out now. Thanks, bye.